I'm here to say goodbye. I'm leaving France.
For how long?
Forever.
Monseigneur!
Where are your dogs?
Dogs?
You're shooting pigeon. Who fetches them?
Oh, yes, well, I really don't care much for pigeon.
I would be hard-pressed to think of anything in this world you do care for, except yourself.
Yes, perhaps. Yes, well, that's quite true.
It is no wonder the family is looked on with nothing but thoughts of fear and slavery.
That I take to be a compliment. Get away, get away! Let me tell you, my dear nephew, fear and slavery keep the scum obedient, as long as the roof shuts out the sky.
That may not be as long as you would suppose. The tide is turning. There's a new philosophy in the air. The people are going to rise up in righteous vengeance.
Well, I shall continue to uphold the honor of our family, even if you will not.
Honor? You can speak of honor. Sir, we have done wrong, and we are about to reap the fruits of that wrong.
Never.
In any case, I shan't be here to see it.
France is your natural destiny. Accept it or be lost.
I regret to say that France is already lost to me now. A wilderness of misery and ruin. I'm going to live elsewhere.
By what means?
By my own labor.
Really? Where?
England. I dare say if I stay here any longer, you might contrive to have me put in prison.
Indeed. Would that I still had the power.
Goodbye, Monseigneur. I hope never to see you again.
Be careful, Charles. They're not fond of spies in England, you know.
Monsieur, I beg you, take me with you to England. I can't work here any longer with him. And if the people rise up against the family...
My dear Gabelle, you are perfectly safe here. You're a servant, not a member of the family.
But I've served the family for so long.
Indeed you have, my good friend. For as long as I can remember. But you see, I am no longer in any position to keep a servant. I must try to make a living for myself. I am sorry, Gabelle. But you have my promise, my sacred promise that no harm will ever come to you. Goodbye, my good friend.
It's just a few steps, Father. There's a packet boat waiting.
I feel so tired.
Mr. Lorry! Miss Pross!
May I be of any help?
Monsieur, thank you. My father, he has been very ill, and he...
Come, allow me, please.
Ah, there you are. I've taken Miss Pross safely aboard.
Mr. Lorry, I'd like to introduce...
Darnay, Charles Darnay.
Your servant, sir.
If I can be of any further assistance, please call upon me.
Oh,
Here, let me
so
take
kind, monsieur. Thank you.
Come along, Doctor. Come on, you can trust me. Turn round. That's it. Right, one foot up. Yes, that's it. One step at a time. Very good, Doctor, yes.
Mr. Darnay, you're so very kind. Thank you.
If I can be of any further assistance.
Good evening.
With these papers, I relinquish all of my property and my titles here in France.
We shall see that they are delivered to the proper authorities, monsieur.
Godspeed and a safe journey.
Goodbye, monsieur.
Come.
Here we are, sir.
Thank you, Jerry. I'm not looking forward to this. It's a sad business.
It is, sir.
All right?
All set now, sir.
Thank you.
Got the carriage outside.
All right, thank you.
Right, sir.
What's going on, Jerry? Where are you off to?
The Old Bailey. Trial for treason. Know what that means, don't you? They'll hang him up, slice him down, burn up his insides and chop off his head.
You mean, if they find him guilty?
Oh, they will. They always find him guilty.
The prisoner is charged with being a traitor to our Lord the King by reason of his having assisted the French King Louis in his wars against England in North America. He has thus indirectly aided the American general, George Washington, in his hopeless struggle against our noble countrymen.
Your Lordship, I will prove to this court that this man, Charles Darnay, is a contemptible spy. The prisoner has been passing and repassing from France to England on secret business of which he can give no good account.
Stephanie, good God, man, there's a trial going on here. Get hold of yourself.
Late night. Sorry.
I have witnesses in this courtroom today who saw the prisoner on a trip from France 9 months ago. It is my information that they saw the prisoner confer with fellow conspirators on a packet out of Le Havre. I propose to call one of these witnesses at this time. Dr. Manette. Dr. Manette, can you identify the prisoner as your fellow traveler returning from France?
Unfortunately, I was recovering from a long illness at the time. My mind was a blank, you see, for a long period. And I can only thank a gracious God now for restoring my faculties once again.
Once again, can you identify the prisoner?
No.
Were you traveling alone?
I was accompanied by Mr. Jarvis Lorry and my daughter.
Thank you. I now call Miss Lucy Manette.
What a beauty we have here.
You have looked upon the prisoner.
Yes,
Speak up, please.
I have.
Did you not see this man confer with 2 other men aboard the packet when you returned from France? Speak up, please. We cannot hear you.
Yes. I saw him.
And were there not papers passed between these men that night?
I saw papers. I could not hear what was said. Mr. Darnay told me.
The prisoner?
Prisoner. Yes. He was very kind to me and to my father. Very considerate. I do hope that nothing I say here today will repay him by doing him any harm.
You may not wish to testify against the prisoner, Miss Manette, but be that as it may, is this the man you saw? Speak up!
Yes.
Thank you very much. I will now call upon Mr. John Barsan.
I saw the prisoner with my own eyes. I watched him as he passed on secret information to 2 French gentlemen on 3 different occasions.
You are absolutely certain that it was the prisoner here, Charles Darnay, who passed on this vital and important government information about our military strength to these spies?
I am, sir.
Would you, sir, be so very kind as to amplify your public-spirited gesture even further by telling the court in more detail about the events which surrounded the passing of this vitally important government information that evening?
Yes, sir. I should be delighted. It was during the month of February that I had occasion to travel to France.
Oh, what do you have, my wicked fellow?
I'll have 2 crown, if you don't mind, please.
But of course, the money first, always.
He works for the French. Him. He's a paid
The
informer.
prisoner in the dock.
Real name, Guillermin. Spies for the French everywhere. Nasty reputation. Just mention his real name, that's all. You do that, and he'll suddenly forget what he's here for.
Who paid him this time?
Who knows? Someone in France. Doesn't matter. You want him to shut up? Mention his real name.
Their air was decidedly conspiratorial. Then the papers were passed between them. The 2 Frenchmen disembarked, and the prisoner went to his cabin, where he stayed for the rest of the journey.
I thank you for your testimony, sir. And I wish to commend you now in this courtroom for the noble and patriotic duty of coming forward to identify this traitor.
Blood, the defense will question the witness.
You may proceed.
What do you live upon, sir?
Property?
What property?
I can't precisely remember where.
This information that you say you saw passed on, did you actually read it?
Yes, sir. But I didn't study on it. Marked secret, you know.
How much did you receive to give this evidence today?
Nothing.
Nothing at all to lay a trap for this prisoner?
No.
You swear to that?
I do.
My lad, I have no further questions of this witness. So just one moment, my lad, if I may. If I may, sir. I do have just one more question. Tell this court that you're absolutely certain in your identification of this prisoner.
Yes, sir.
Have you ever seen anyone who looked like the prisoner?
Not so much as I'd be mistaken.